In today's video, we're going to focus on an advanced English lesson, focusing on 10 words that you got to learn to speak English better. Each word is followed by 2 examples and a test. Are you ready for this lovely English lesson? Of course you are, so let's get started without further ado. The first English word, the first English adjective that you need to learn to speak English better or at a more advanced level is the word eloquent. 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 The word eloquent. Eloquent. When we describe someone as eloquent, what we mean is they're fluent and they speak in a persuasive way. In other words, they're persuasive in writing and speaking. So eloquent refers to someone who speaks fluently and in a persuasive way, in a way that you are convinced to do something. So this is the meaning of the word eloquent. Now let's have a look at 2 examples of this word. Her eloquent speech moved everyone to tears. Her eloquent speech moved everyone to tears. Her eloquent speech moved everyone to tears, which means her eloquent speech, her persuasive speech, her fluent speech in a persuasive way brought everyone to tears, reduced everyone to tears, made everyone cry tears. So her eloquent speech moved everyone to tears, made everyone cry tears. The next example. The professor's eloquent explanation made the topic easy to understand. The professor's eloquent explanation made the topic easy to understand. The professor's eloquent explanation made the topic easy to understand. The professor's eloquent explanation made the topic easy to understand. The professor's eloquent explanation made the topic easy to understand, which means the professor's fluent explanation, clear, tangible, and understandable explanation, the professor's persuasive explanation, made the topic easy to understand for people or for students. So when we say something is eloquent, what we mean is it is clear, tangible, understandable, persuasive, and it is fluent in a persuasive way, both in writing and speaking. Now we got a quick test with this word. Have a look at the test. Then you will have 10 seconds to find the correct answer. The correct answer is choice B. The speaker gave an eloquent presentation at the conference, which means the speaker gave a clear and understandable, a tangible, a transparent, a fluent presentation at the conference. Now we move to the next word that you got to learn to speak English at a more advanced level, or the next advanced word that you got to learn to speak English better, which is the word ostentatious. 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 When we say something is ostentatious, what we mean is it's been designed to impress people. It's been designed to attract a lot of attention. It's been designed to catch people's eye. It's been designed to be eye-catching. So when something is ostentatious, it's been designed to impress. It's been designed to attract attention, to catch people's eye, to be eye-catching, to be attractive. 2 examples of this word. He wore an ostentatious gold watch to show off his wealth. He wore an ostentatious gold watch to show off his wealth. He wore an ostentatious gold watch to show off his wealth. He wore an ostentatious gold watch to show off his wealth, which means he wore an eye-catching gold watch, an impressive gold watch, an attractive gold watch, the gold watch that had been designed to impress, to attract a lot of attention, to focus a lot of attention on itself, or to catch people's eye. Why? With the purpose of showing off his wealth. The second example. The mansion's ostentatious decorations were overwhelming. The mansion's ostentatious decorations were overwhelming. The mansion's ostentatious decorations were overwhelming. The mansion's ostentatious decorations were overwhelming, which means the mansion's attractive, eye-catching, and impressive decorations were overwhelming, were influential, were attractive, were strong to impress people. Now we have a quick test with this word. Try to find the correct answer. You got 10 seconds to find the correct answer. Well, the correct answer is choice B. Ostentatious means showy, something that is designed to attract people's attention, to impress, to catch people's eye, to be attractive and eye-catching. I really like this word. Do you like using this word, guys? Ostentatious. It's the kind of word that, when you use, you feel like speaking English at an advanced level. Ostentatious parties, ostentatious cars, ostentatious possessions, ostentatious things, right? Now we proceed to the third English word, the third English adjective that you can use to speak English at a more advanced level, or to show others that your command of English is advanced, or you have a strong command of English vocabulary, which is the word meticulous. Meticulous, meticulous, meticulous. The word meticulous, the adjective meticulous. Meticulous refers to someone or something that has an eye for detail, or pays a lot of attention to detail, or sometimes too much attention to detail is precise and accurate. So when we describe someone as meticulous, what we mean is they pay a lot of attention to detail, they focus all their attention on detail, or they have an eye for detail, and they care about every little single detail, or they pay attention to each and every single little detail. They're precise, they're accurate, they're exact. Or when we describe something as meticulous, what we mean is it's been designed to focus on the details. She was meticulous in proofreading the document before submitting it. She was meticulous in proofreading the document before submitting it. She was meticulous in proofreading the document before submitting it, which means she was very careful about proofreading the document before submitting it, or she was focusing a lot of attention. She was paying a lot of attention, focusing a lot of attention on and paying a lot of attention to details, to proofreading before submitting the document. The next example. The artist's meticulous brushstrokes brought the painting to life. The artist's meticulous brushstrokes brought the painting to life. The artist's meticulous brushstrokes brought the painting to life. The artist's meticulous brushstrokes brought the painting to life, which means the artist's accurate brushstrokes, the artist's detailed brushstrokes, precise brushstrokes, brought the painting to life. Now we have a quick test with the word meticulous. Find the correct answer. You got 10 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is choice A. A meticulous person pays close attention to detail. A meticulous person pays close attention to detail. So the correct answer is choice A. Are you a meticulous person? Is there anyone around you that you can describe as meticulous? And do you think it is positive to be meticulous or negative? Comment the answers down below in the comment section. If you're a meticulous person, has it changed your life for the better? Has it brought about a positive outcome in your life? Or if you're a meticulous person, do you think it's led to negative outcomes? It's brought about negative outcomes in your life? Answer the questions down below in the comment section. The next English word that you need to learn to be able to speak English at an advanced level is the adjective ephemeral. Ephemeral, 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 ephemeral. Ephemeral refers to something that is temporary and lasts for a very short period of time. So when we say something is ephemeral, what we mean is something is temporary, something is not permanent, something is temporary and lasts only for a very short amount of time, for a very short period of time. Now let's have a look at two examples of the word ephemeral. The beauty of a rainbow is ephemeral, disappearing within minutes. The beauty of a rainbow is ephemeral, disappearing within minutes. The beauty of a painting is ephemeral, disappearing within minutes. The beauty of a painting is ephemeral, disappearing within minutes, which means the beauty of a rainbow is temporary, lasts only for a very short amount of time. It disappears within minutes. Do you agree? Of course you do. Now let's have a look at the next example. Fashion trends are often ephemeral, changing with each season. Fashion trends are often ephemeral, changing with each season. Fashion trends are often ephemeral, changing with each season. Fashion trends are often ephemeral, changing with each season, which means the fashion trends are often temporary and do not last for a long period of time, only last for a very short amount of time, a very short period of time. They change with each season. Now let's have a very quick test with the word ephemeral. Try to find the correct answer. You got 10 seconds to answer. Which situation is ephemeral? A brief sunset or a 10-year friendship? The correct answer is choice A. A brief sunset is ephemeral, lasts for a very short period of time, and is temporary. Now we proceed to the next English adjective that you need to learn to improve your command of English vocabulary, your knowledge of English vocabulary, and take it to the next level. Take it a step further, which is the adjective pragmatic. Pragmatic. Pragmatic, pragmatic, pragmatic. When we describe someone or something as pragmatic, what we mean is that person or thing is practical, realistic, and behaves in a realistic and practical way, has a practical and realistic manner. And they deal with things sensibly or realistically. So when something is pragmatic, when a program, a plan is pragmatic, it is realistic and practical, it focuses on practicality and sensibility, and it deals with things sensibly and realistically. Or when someone is pragmatic, they're practical and realistic, they behave realistically and practically, and they're focused on practicality rather than fantasies or dreams. Let's have a look at two examples of this word. His pragmatic approach to solving problems saved the company. His pragmatic approach to solving problems saved the company. His pragmatic approach to solving problems saved the company. His pragmatic approach to solving problems saved the company, which means his realistic and practical approach to solving problems saved the company. The next example. Instead of dreaming about being rich, she made a pragmatic plan to invest and save. Instead of dreaming about being rich, she made a pragmatic plan to save and invest. Instead of dreaming about being rich, she made a pragmatic plan to save and invest. Instead of dreaming about being rich, she made a pragmatic plan to save and invest, which means instead of dreaming about being rich, instead of having dreams of being rich, living a rich life, she decided to make a pragmatic plan, a practical and realistic plan to save and invest. What about you? Do you think you're a pragmatic person? Do you think you make pragmatic plans or you behave pragmatically? Comment the answers down below in the comment section. Speaking of myself, I'm one of the most pragmatic people in the world, on the earth. Why? Because I always try to behave practically and realistically. I never focus on fantasies and dreams. I'm always focused and concentrated on practicality, sensibility, and doing things realistically. I do things, get my hands dirty, rather than dream about doing things or dream of pursuing my dreams or working towards my goals. Anyway, now we have a quick test with the word pragmatic. You have 10 seconds to find the correct answer. What is the opposite of pragmatic? The correct answer is choice B, impractical. The correct answer is choice B. What is the opposite of pragmatic? The opposite of pragmatic is impractical, because pragmatic means practical. The opposite of it is impractical, so the correct answer is choice B. Now we're proceeding to the next English word that you gotta know. and also used to be able to speak English at an advanced level, to speak English better, which is the verb alleviate. Alleviate, 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 alleviate. The verb alleviate, alleviate, the verb alleviate. To alleviate something means to lessen, reduce, or decrease the negative impacts of something, or to make something less painful, to make something less worse, or to make something less painful or less unpleasant. So when you alleviate something, you try to lessen, decrease, or reduce the negative impacts of something. In other words, you try to make something less unpleasant, less atrocious, less worse, or less painful. Let's have a look at two examples of this word. The medicine helped alleviate her headache. The medicine helped alleviate her headache. The medicine helped alleviate her headache. The medicine helped alleviate her headache, which means the medicine helped reduce her headache. The medicine helped her get rid of her headache. The medicine rid her of her headache. The next example. The government took steps to alleviate poverty in the region. The government took steps to alleviate poverty in the region. The government took steps to alleviate the poverty in the region. The government took steps to alleviate poverty in the region, which means the government made plans or took steps towards reducing poverty in the region. Now let's have a quick test with the word alleviate. You have 10 seconds to find the correct answer. Which word means reduce or ease? A. Alleviate. B. Exacerbate. Of course, the correct answer is choice A. To alleviate something means to make something less unpleasant, less painful, to make something more tolerable, to make something less destructive, to reduce or decrease the negative impacts of something. The next word that you need to learn to take your English to the next level is the verb reverberate. Reverberate, reverberate, reverberate. The verb reverberate, reverberate. When something reverberates, it echoes or resonates. So to reverberate means to echo or resonate repeatedly. To echo or resonate repeatedly. Two examples of this word. The sound of the thunder reverberated through the valley. The sound of the thunder reverberated through the valley. The sound of the thunder reverberated through the valley. The sound of the thunder reverberated through the valley, which means the sound of the thunder resonated repeatedly or echoed repeatedly through the valley. The next example. His powerful words continued to reverberate in their minds long after the speech. His powerful words continued to reverberate in their minds long after the speech. His powerful words continued to reverberate in their minds long after the speech, which means his powerful and strong words continued to echo and resonate repeatedly in their minds long after the speech. Now we have a quick test with the word reverberate. Find the correct answer in 10 seconds. The correct answer is choice A. The loud music reverberated through the hall. The loud music reverberated through the hall, which means the loud music resonated or echoed repeatedly through the hall. Now we're proceeding to the next word that if you know and use while speaking English or while writing things in English, you're showing others that your knowledge of English vocabulary is advanced, which is the word ineffable. Ineffable. Ineffable, 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 ineffable. When something is ineffable, it is too good. It is indescribable and unspeakable. It is so good that you cannot describe it, that you cannot speak about it. It is so good that you cannot put it into words. It is too good for words, or it is indescribable or unspeakable. It is too good for words. The ineffable beauty of the sunrise left them speechless. The ineffable beauty of the sunrise left them speechless. The ineffable beauty of the sunrise left them speechless. The ineffable beauty of the sunrise left them speechless, which means the indescribable, unspeakable, unimaginable beauty of the sunrise left them speechless. The beauty of the sunrise was so good. The beauty of the sunrise was so good, was so high, or the sunrise was so beautiful that they could not describe it. They could not talk about it or explain it. The second example. His ineffable joy was evident when he held his baby for the first time. His ineffable joy was evident when he held his baby for the first time. His ineffable joy was evident when he held his baby for the first time, which means his indescribable or unimaginable, unspeakable joy and happiness was evident, was apparent, especially when he held his baby for the first time. Now you have a quick test with this word. You have 10 seconds to find the correct answer. The correct answer is choice B, an overwhelming feeling of happiness. When something is ineffable, it is indescribable, unspeakable. It is too good for words. It is an overwhelming feeling of happiness. Now we're getting to the next word that you need to know to be able to speak English at an advanced level, which is the verb scrutinize, 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 scrutinize. When you scrutinize something, you examine something closely and carefully. You look at something carefully and closely. You examine something deeply, profoundly, closely, and carefully to make sure that you're paying attention to each and every single little detail, to make sure that you're taking every little single detail into account or consideration. Two examples of this word. The manager scrutinized every detail of the report before approving it. The manager scrutinized every detail of the report before approving it. The manager scrutinized every detail of the report before approving it, which means the manager examined every detail of the report carefully, accurately, and closely before approving it. The next example. She scrutinized the painting, trying to understand its hidden meaning. She scrutinized the painting, trying to understand its hidden meaning. She scrutinized the painting, trying to understand its hidden meaning. She scrutinized the painting, trying to understand its hidden meaning, which means she examined the painting carefully and closely. She paid close attention to the painting with the purpose of understanding its hidden meaning. Now we have a quick test with the word scrutinize. Try to find the correct answer in 10 seconds. The correct answer is choice B, to examine carefully. When you scrutinize something, you examine something carefully. So the correct answer is choice B. Now we're proceeding to the final word of today's video, by using which you can take your English to the next level or whole new level, which is the word capricious. Capricious, capricious, capricious. The adjective capricious, 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 capricious. Capricious refers to the idea that someone changes their mood unexpectedly, suddenly, and someone has an unstable behavior, unstable mood, or someone changes their mood or changes their behavior irresponsibly, suddenly, unstably, in a way that catches you by surprise, in a way that shocks you. So when someone's behavior is described as capricious, or when something is described as being capricious, what we mean is it is likely to change suddenly, unexpectedly, irresponsibly, and unaccountably, in a way that you are surprised. So two examples of this word. His capricious decisions often confused his workers. His capricious decisions often confused his workers. His capricious decisions often confused his workers, which means his unexpected, unstable, and unpredictable decisions often confused his workers. The next example. The weather in the mountains is famously capricious. The weather in the mountains is famously capricious. The weather in the mountains is famously capricious, which means the weather in the mountain is famous for being unstable, unpredictable, and unexpected. Let's have a look at a quick test with this word. The correct answer is choice A. Her capricious nature made her unpredictable. So the correct answer is choice A, capricious. And that's about all, guys. In today's video, you'll learn 10 amazing words, 10 fabulous words that if you use and learn and also use in your speaking or writing, you've already taken your English to the next level. Let's review these words together. Eloquent, 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 eloquent. Ostentatious, ostentatious, ostentatious. Meticulous, meticulous, meticulous. Ephemeral, ephemeral, ephemeral. Pragmatic, pragmatic, pragmatic. Alleviate, alleviate, alleviate. Reverberate, reverberate, reverberate. Ineffable, ineffable, ineffable. Scrutinize, scrutinize, scrutinize. Capricious, capricious, capricious. And that's about all, guys. Thank you for watching the video up to this point. Make sure you like this video in support of your YouTube English teacher. Thank you for doing so, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'll be back soon.